Man, I just gotta clear my head, so I figure why not put in a little bit of work. I mean, I've been getting it every day, but I haven't been recording none of the drills or anything lately because I just felt like it was getting a little bit tedious, and I ain't wanna bore y'all with that shit, But at the same time, I have to say it's coming along. I can feel my legs getting stronger, you know. And not only that, I can feel my balance coming back more. And not only that, man, I feel good. I mean, my skin even clearing up, just releasing all those toxins from the my occupation and I mean my hair. I just got my hair. Well, I didn't just get my hair done, but I ended up getting it done maybe a month ago, a month and a half ago, and I got it washed and everything. And that dirt, after removing that dirt, I've been getting less acne, and I have to say, man, ever since I've really taken the time to focus on some of the things that I need to do, as far as when it comes to my person, me, my being, because with working, when I was and having some of the things going on that took place that I'm not gonna bore y'all talking about. I ended up, forgetting about myself and shit. You know what I mean? I got I know how to still invest and save and I did all that, but I didn't. I stopped working out. I stopped. You know, I ain't stopped getting that money. We ain't gonna never stop getting that bread. But I'm saying, like, I didn't take care of myself. I was always thinking about what I needed to do or why is it so hard to get people to get on the same page and shit like that. Nah, fuck all that. It's all about what I need to do. And guess what? Ever since I done got a couple job offers, I mean, I done met some interesting people. I've been invited different places, and it seems like it's not just basketball, it's just being active. You see what I'm saying? I just got offered a job in Charlotte. I don't think I'm gonna take it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's too, shit, I'm in Georgia, but they offered me the job because of my background as far as being a technician. So I hit my son and I was like, yo, how far is Charlotte away from you? I think it's only probably an hour or two, but based on what my son might do, I might change my location, you know. So that's what I'm doing, man. Just doing, warm the body up and think. I got 3 job offers, 3, and 2 of them here in Georgia, and one is in Charlotte, and one of them here. Well, yeah, the 2 here. One because I've been a driver truck driver as well. I'm certified to do that as well. And that's not bad, because you're driving to different locations. It's always what I've been one of the certifications that I decided to get because it's something that's suited what I wanted to do. I'm cool with driving. All that sitting in the warehouse and doing all that goofy shit, sweeping up floors, shit. They just trying to find shit for you to do. No, no. So I ended up getting my certification to drive truck. I was just thinking about getting my CDL because, not only that, get my CDL, right? And then get because I've been looking up trying to figure out how to get the bloodborne pathogen certification. But I want to go to a physical place. You see what I'm saying? Every time I try to find a location, I end up having to look online, and I want to get hands-on training. You see what I'm saying? So I've been doing that, but I mean, shit's been going good, man. And the issues that I have been having is because of me. You see what I'm saying? Like, so don't stop putting in that work. I'm telling you, don't get to a point where you allow yourself to beat down on yourself when you already have the world doing it to a degree. You see what I'm saying? Shit gonna work out. I just got done watching the movie Warrior, and this shit made me start getting prepared to put his work, to train and talk to y'all and tell y'all get off y'all ass and put whatever, energy you got into thinking about what you need to do. I've been pulling out some templates and old drawings for my brand. I started a t-shirt clothing brand. Well, it wasn't clothing. I wanted it to be a clothing brand, but I need to start one in one area, and that's t-shirts. You see what I'm saying? So I check it out, because I want to show y'all when you start applying this shit. When they say the power of the mind, I know that shit is cliche, but that shit is true. I'm trying to tell you. That power of the mind shit is real. I'm talking about you can have damn near anything you want. You just got to stop thinking negative. That's what's stopping a lot of us. It's because you really don't believe in yourself. And even though you got the haters, you got the doubters, you got the non-believers, when you start treating yourself how they treat you in your own mind, in your own soul, in your own body, that's what's going to start stopping you from getting where you're trying to go. But when you start removing those chains of doubt and uncomfortability because you kind of believe what everybody else saying, that you ain't gonna get where you trying to go. I'm trying to fucking tell you. And that's another reason why I've been training every single day. Because, as a man, this is another reason why you gotta keep on training every single day, brother. Because as men, we can't always give out the secret. We can't always give you the secret sauce. We can't give you the recipe. A lot of cats get on social media and they give you the game. That's cool. But it's some things that you should keep to yourself because you want to support, just in case you gotta pull out a voila on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Abracadabra on a bitch. You know what I mean? You can't give them the whole menu. You gotta keep some of that shit in the back, and keep that recipe book on tuck. You can't give them all the sauce. You know what I mean? I've been just taking my time. Taking my time. That's it. and the left is becoming a lot more stable again. It's been 11 years, man. 11 years. I wasn't touching a basketball. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about basketball. But the minute that I start playing again, woo! It was like, because Georgia, I'm telling you, made me fall in love with basketball again. When I moved to Georgia, because they play every day. It's not like up north in some places where you know it get too cold. Shit up north, it get too cold up north. You might not find anyone to hoop with. You see what I'm saying? But in the south, it don't matter. It's snow on the ground. You can find somewhere to hoop. It don't matter if it's shit. It could be Jack Frost out that mug. Jack Frost could be out there sledding with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and them. Guess what these niggas gonna be doing in Georgia? Hooping. Shit. That's one thing they're gonna be doing is hooping. Yeah, that's what they're gonna be doing. That's what they're gonna be doing. And it's time to get my shit back right. We only doing a couple. I used to have stone hands. Now they all weak and brittle. I damn near done turned into a human, but that ain't gonna happen. You know, we still got our godly abilities. You know, we got Supreme Conquerors hockey over here. Oh man, we will shit into existence. We will shit into existence. Shit, even though this shit might be looking grim, you can turn that thing around, man. Yep. You can turn it around if you want it. I'm gonna have to move these bricks up so I can do my push-ups up there. And my handstand, my balance starting to come back. That's good. My obliques getting stronger. My calves are starting to turn into blocks around this mug. Shout out to Only Zenny. Shout out to Steve. Do something. What I need to do. Boy, I'm telling you, man, people get on social media and they just, you know, I don't know which they be expecting. You know what I'm saying? It's called YouTube. So, I don't know what you're expecting. You know, I'm just talking about my good day. Got this goddamn job interview that I gotta go to. You know, like I said, thinking about this job and this job offer in Charlotte, and my son graduates in May. You know, as much as I want to just fall back sometimes, I can't. The engine just keep on getting started. You know what I'm saying? It's just every single time that I say, you know what, I'm going ahead, chill. Something start the engine again. I can't sit down for more than a year and take off. It may be 6 months. You know, I like to chill and just get a breather, but after that, it's back to work. You know what I mean? I can't sit around for too long. You know what I mean? It end up like right now. That's the reason why I'm putting in some work. And then I know I gotta get my together for tomorrow with this interview, and then I gotta, you know, it's just the ongoing. It's just the shit don't stop. You know what I mean? It just don't stop. You know. I just wanted to talk about that real quick, brief. For the people that's, like I said, man, they joined in, they tuned in. Man, find your why. I'm trying to tell you, and find something to really lock into. Like I said, try to get yourself back in training, pick up a skill, something, because if you don't occupy your mind, you might mess around and go crazy. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You sure you want to go crazy? You better find something to do. You know, the older you get, see, there's a lot of people out there. They think right now they got motion, and then you can still get money, but eventually all that's gonna dry up. The partying, the running around, the ripping and running. All the girls. That's the reason why you gotta lock in to your purpose, because that's gonna always be there. I don't give a fuck what it is. Develop the mind and the understanding that that's what's gonna always keep your heart beating, because that's something you can do until you move on to the next life. Ain't no retiring. That's what I'm starting to figure out. Ain't no retiring. Because they try to, they try to wrap shit up and make it look all sweet. Ain't no fucking retiring. As men, ain't no fucking retiring. You dig what I'm saying? Share this shit. Because I'm about to start talking slick now. Because I spend a lot of time trying to get on this motherfucker and be nice on some real shit. But I got to give y'all the real, because the shit ain't going to get no motherfucking easier. You going to lose people. You going to be disappointed by people that you thought that was going to fucking be there, and they ain't. See, that's the reason why, as a man, you have to lock in to your fucking purpose. You can't be sitting around constantly thinking about what other people got going on, because the minute that you get caught up in that whirlwind, you get around and lose everything that you work for. And when you are hardworking, honest, disciplined, structured, and you don't have to have all these qualities at once either, because being a good person is that right there. It overshadows and eclipses all type of people. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that you need to stop. I'm telling you, stop living for fucking other people. Because this shit ain't going. Yes, of course you can love. Yeah, you can care. But guess what? You can't love and care enough where that shit gonna affect what you got going on. I'm telling you, this shit will shut you down. I was talking to a young brother yesterday at the gym. And when I have conversation, especially like that, when I get an opportunity to talk to young brothers and see where they at, he was intelligent, and he had his own place. He a barber, he do his own thing. And he was talking about ladies, and he had me crying. And I was sitting there like, okay, you got it figured out, because your generation will never experience what our generation experienced. We experience women really loving and liking you and wanting to be in what you be in your damn skin. You see what I'm saying? And nowadays, most women are, if it's not transactional, they really not, it's not a lot of women that you meet nowadays that's hawking you down. They got this I'm not chasing him type, because of social media. They think that they got a bunch of niggas that want to give them the world. You know, they think that it's some 90s classic out this bitch, R&B, and they think that some nigga trying to give them the moon and the stars. That them days is over. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, what's that? Ava. I might, if I jack up your name, my bad. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, this shit ain't gonna get no easier, man. And I don't got to tell the fellas, don't expect nobody to fucking save you. You lucky if you got a good father. You lucky if you got a good brother, uncle, cousin, somebody that's gonna actually teach you the game. You lucky because they've been throwing men in the wilderness for the last 100 years. They just removing education, resources, structure. I mean, men are supposed to be taught how to defend themselves, you know, camping, you know, agriculture, math. You know, you're supposed to, it's a wide range of things that a man's supposed to be taught to become a man. Discipline. Yes, that has to be taught. You know, yeah, you gain it, you obtain it, but I'm saying it has to be taught. Passion, it can be taught. You know what I'm saying? Drive, enthusiasm. These things can be molded, and sometimes without the proper, you know, channels or people or man, shit, you be shit out of luck. And most men are. They figuring it out as they go along. Most men out here figuring this shit out as they go along. And guess what you gonna find out real fast? That it's you versus you. Cause you ain't gonna have nobody there. Most of us ain't got uh, 3 people we can call. And if you do, you better be thankful for it. Shit. Shit, I have motion and still be like, damn, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, what happened to all these people that claim that they, you know, they bang with you? No, you know, they was benefiting off you in some way. You know, people will bring you around because you a key. You know what I'm saying? You know, like think about that for real. You know what I'm saying? Think about what I'm saying. You know, people will bring you around because you a key. You help them get indoors that they can't get in. Think about that. It's people that got you around right now because you helping them get indoors they can't get in. You a key. You know what I'm saying? And on the flip side, what they do is when it's something beneficial, when it's something that you could possibly gain, the way they look at you, they're not gonna bring you around. Because if they bring you around, they feel like if you obtain whatever information or relationship that they got, you gonna shoot off like a rocket. And they already know based on the way that you carry yourself, the way that you move, that you gonna end up successful. And they not gonna help you with that. It's people that's not gonna help you. Most of the people you around, your own family don't even like your videos. Your own family don't share your videos. You know what I'm saying? Like we keep on expecting family and friends to get us where we need to be, where most of the time we get where we need to go because it's someone that decided to help us along the way that wasn't family. You know what I mean? They believed and they have, you know, no relation. So you better think about this shit. This shit ain't gonna be no easy. Every day I be thinking about what the fuck am I doing? It don't matter how much money I got in my pocket. It don't, and I'm talking about I didn't have tens of thousands. I'm not talking from a perspective of someone trying to will people in to make people think like, oh yeah, you're talking. No. I'm talking about I done lost it, I done gained it, I done lost it, gained it. And I'm telling you now, it's not going money not going to patch that hole you got up in your heart. You get into action as far as whatever you want and whatever you desire. is going to fill that void. I'm telling you, if it's family, you got to start, you know, trying to communicate with the family you got, or you got to create your own. You know what I'm saying? If you want to travel, you can't wait to see if your family and friends are going to be able to go. And years go by, and nobody, you go, whatever you decide to do, you want to start that business. I just watching a video of a guy named Dominic Berry. I showed y'all a video. He was boxing, and he said he walked up to his boss, and told his boss he was going, put in his 2 weeks, and he was going to go full throttle into his, sport of choice, which was boxing and social media. And she laughed, and now 5 years later, he was asked to come back to basically talk to the children. You see what I'm saying? Now that he's retired his wife, and he makes 6 figures a year, more than 6 figures a year, and this is, everybody's not going to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's not going to go out there and own their own business. That's just a fact. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that think they're going to own their own business. It's a lot of people out there because what I'm about to say is it can be done. That is the facts. But you still have to take in accountability that everybody not a boss, everybody not a leader, everybody not a king, everybody not this public figure that they think they are. You see what I'm saying? So you have to take into accountability, that you have to take into account that it may not happen, but when it comes down to it, hey man, you gotta swing for the fences, right? That's where I'm at right now. I know how to make money. I know how to go to work. I know how, that shit that they teach us all day long. We know how to be employees around this bitch. But now it's for the last 10 years, it's about completely dominating my own life. When I wake up, I want to completely do what I want to do. I don't want to think about any bills. I don't want to think, meaning my shit, I got bills on auto pay now, but no, I'm talking about to the point where I don't even have to think. Because if I'm gonna live in a society where, money is going to constantly dictate my lifestyle, my livelihood, I want to make it to the point where I'm at this point I'm trying to become a millionaire. I mean, that's where my mind at. I started pulling out listen, even with my business, my old t-shirt business, I found, see, these are the things that make me think I need to get back to work. I found a message that, because I didn't know on YouTube, on Instagram, they got like hidden messages and request messages, and it be messages within messages. I didn't know that, and I just found that out like a week ago. And I ended up seeing a message where somebody sent me a message like, "Hey yo, we feeling your t-shirt, your logo and your brand in the streets." It was like, we feeling this shit in the streets. And then I already had a bunch of people buying it. You see what I'm saying? And if I got some people on here right now, I'm giving away, I got a giveaway. You see what I'm saying? Check this out. Whoever in here right now, it ain't gonna take me no more than a minute. I'm gonna go grab it. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, because I'm giving this shit away. Y'all let me know. This here is the brand right here. That, like, this my brand right here, right? And I've been getting messages talking about how they think it's dope. And I didn't see these messages. But ever since I've been playing basketball, been active again, getting back out there in them streets, I've been getting all these, I say, in my opinion, is God. trying to show me that I need to start doing what I've been doing, because I started focusing on work. I started focusing on just saving and investing. I kind of pushed my business to the back, to the back burner. You know what I mean? So, and this right here is a large. I'm giving this, I'm giving this away. Whoever, first of all, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. And when I get to my 500, subscriber, I'm giving this shit away. I got a couple more, so please share this. If you like I said, if this resonates with you, share this. Again, I'm giving away a large sweatsuit. And I know that it's starting to get warm out. I do have some shorts and t-shirts as well. But I wanna give some of this stuff away, not because, I'm trying to gain subscribers or anything, man. It's I've been giving away clothes and just trying to get rid of stuff that doesn't serve me any purpose. It's people that need that stuff more than I do. You see what I'm saying? And why let inventory sit around, when there's someone out there that may really need this, and that's what really came to mind. So, yeah, like I said, this is the top. This is the top. This is the hoodie. And these are the pants. And I'm giving this away. Like I said, when I get to, I'm not gonna say 500 subscribers because I don't think it'll probably be summertime when I get 500 subscribers. So I don't want to wait that long. But then again, I mean, they can hold it till winter. So please, if you check that out and you happen to see the sweatsuit, hey man, subscribe. And I'm going to try to figure out how I can get this sweatsuit in the hands of one of y'all. I got a couple more, and yeah, I'm giving away the subscribers, man. Hey, man, put in this fucking work. Stop fucking waiting for people, because it's not coming. And 9 times out of 10, if you focus on it enough and you serious about it, and I don't give a fuck what condition you in, if you really, really, really want to get out of that shit, you got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And not only that, you got to be tired of yourself. You got to get to a point where it got to be like, yo, I'm a fucking joke. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I got to put in some more, because that's how I felt today. I said, and shit going gravy, as far as me being in a better position than the average person, but I need more. I just want, I just want to have some land for my children, man. I want to be able to barbecue with family and friends again. It just seems like everybody's getting cold and separating themselves. No, I'm trying to have barbecues, family reunions, and I want my land, my tribe, whatever I build, I want it to be ground zero. I want that to be the lab, where we start to, experiment on how we gonna turn the tide on all these generational curses, man. That's the only thing going through my mind. Everything that I thought about happened, man. I ended up meeting my brother and my sister again. Something that used to be on my mind all the time. I ended up, uh, my son ended up coming back in my life. I've been trying to get in contact with him for years, and they ducked and dodged. And, about 6 years ago, my son called me, and it was just, man, everything that I've ever wanted has happened to some degree, you know, and now it's time to remove the doubt, you know, because sometimes I just get tired of seeing the way people live. And, you know, I'll be real with myself. I mean, if this, because we're infected, you see what I'm saying? And that infection is so, it runs so deep that, you know, you can have like, for example, we can be at an event and everything can be good. And then one argument or one disagreement could cause a tragedy. You know, a lot of us don't have the temperament to engage in that type of I don't want to say confrontation. Well, we're gonna say confrontation. And actually dial down and try to communicate in an articulate, you know, manner that's, you know, not aggressive. And it just, it could get bad, you know. So let me go ahead and shut up, man. Y'all already heard me. Y'all talk my bullshit. I get on here rambling. Let's talking. And as you guys, I'm gonna say it again. I'm just like y'all, man. I ain't no social media content creator out here with a script, you know, trying to tell y'all what y'all need to be doing and what y'all shouldn't be doing. I'm just telling you what bad decisions I made and how I fucked up. And if you continue to keep on making bad decisions and you don't stick to your purpose, you don't stick to your skills, you don't train, you don't take care of your body, you know, health is number one, because you ain't gonna be able to do the rest of those the things I named without your health. You know what I'm saying? And that's just pretty much it. People get on social media because they wanna uh feel good. It's like a dopamine hit. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got none of that over here. The only dope you gonna get is the truth over this bitch, and that's it.